Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Plan With Me. This week I'm actually not going to be using a kit. I just grabbed whatever I found that actually could work for this week. So for example, I grabbed some of these doodles from the shop. These are the scallop boxes in the warm tone, and then these are the grocery delivery ones since I have been doing grocery deliveries. And then this one's actually a sampler that I had in like my Oops box. I think I had this one as a freebie at some point. And then this one was also in there, so I just grabbed them since there's only a couple that are bad. This one's not in the shop, but this one is if you want like this sheet. And then we have these stickers. So there is a version of this one in the shop right now. And then these were samplers from, I believe, the 12 days of stickers like 2 years ago. I grabbed also these pink frosted stickers. So these are like semi-transparent, but they're really good for layering. So I grabbed the icons in pink, and then I grabbed the sampler in pink as well. So I just kind of grabbed a bit of everything that I could use. And then I went through my freebie box, which has a bunch of samplers from other shops. So these are all miscellaneous things that are usually inside orders or from events or from swaps and things. So I just grabbed whatever looked like it could match these colors, which is basically pink because we are in February now. So I just grabbed these, and that is what we're going to be using to plan. I don't think I'm going to be using this like specific like full box in this sampler, but I just wanted to grab everything that kind of matched because I don't really want to use a kit for this week specifically. I think I'm just going to keep it super simple and just kind of go with basics and stuff. And then lastly, I grabbed some washi. So the top one I believe is the Pink Room Co, and then this one is simply Gilded. And I just grabbed washi with gold since most of the foil that I grabbed was also in gold. So yeah, I'm gonna get started though, and I'll see what we're doing for this. Welcome to the voiceover. Now, this week's style of planning I don't do very often, you know, like in mixing sheets and samplers and stuff. I don't remember if I have ever done a plan with me this way. I think I have meant to, but never have posted it because it just looks super busy in photos. So I usually stick to using kits. But I think that if you use a specific color, then it works out well in the overall layout. So that's why I'm using like pinkish colors for this week. So if you want more versions of these Plan With Me's, let me know, and I'll try to add more because I have tons of samplers I have always forgotten to use. But anyway, this week's Plan With Me is for January 31st to February 6th. So technically the first week of February, which was last week. But I still have tons to do for this month. And by the way, there is a $2 Tuesday on February 8th and the 15th if you're watching, and new releases are still on Fridays. So I didn't do a monthly calendar for February, but just keep those dates in mind. So technically, I guess if you're watching this, $2 Tuesday is this week and then next week as well. Thankfully, by the way, I thought my class started this week for school. It starts at the end of February. So I still have February to make sure everything for March is ready to go because I really want to have things ready for school and the shop beforehand. Also, Go Wild is at the beginning of March, or like the first weekend, and I still have to work on like all of my table stuff since I did buy a table for Go Wild like 2 years ago and everything. So I have to get everything ready for that, and you'll see probably a little bit more of that in next week's Plan With Me because this week it's all over the place. I'm just trying to do a whole bunch of work this week. This week is kind of more like busy work, trying to get all the little tiny things ready, and next week I think I'm going to be solely designing. I think that's what we want to do, like solely designing and stuff. That will be the goal. Plus I still have to finish all of the samplers that I'm sending to Go Wild, and I haven't written that in any of my planners, but my sister and I have been working on those or finishing them up. They're all done. I just have to package them up, but maybe I'll do a TikTok on that because there's a lot. If you watched my first Plan With Me of the year, an update on that would be like I'm actually doing really well on trying to stay ahead of things, but I'm still it's still a challenge to keep up with that schedule since it's so new for me. I'm not really sure how to explain it. Like, there's tons of work to do, but at the same time I can take my time with it because I've been trying to do things like at least a week before. So like, say like I kind of like have an idea of what I'm going to be doing for next week's like new release, but I'm still trying to finish all of the extra pages and things for this week's new release at the same time, even though it's mostly like designed and I just have to kind of like format everything, make sure everything looks cohesive. It doesn't take me a long time, but it's just kind of like a little like tedious work that I have to sit down and actually like finish. And I'm working on like multiple kits sometimes. So like if I'm tired of staring at like a certain kit, I could just go on to the next one. And that's kind of helped with like getting things done beforehand. But at the same time, it comes to like Tuesday, Wednesday night, and I'm like, ooh, I need to finish the new release video for Friday. And so I kind of like look at them, and then I'm also looking at the kit that I released like beforehand, and I'm like, does this kit look similar to the one I released last week? And if it does, then I usually have to go with the other kit and finish those pages. So I think I did that like once already. I did that again for next week's, or I guess this week's release. I have a kit done, technically all done, ready, literally listings ready and everything, but it looks so much like Friday's release that I can't release it, or I don't feel like I should release it. And so it might just stay in the files for another week. That way this week's kit looks a little bit different than the one last week. I don't know if that makes any sense, but a part of that, my goal for February, I guess, would be to add more drawing and like painting days, or like nights, I guess days. I really would like just a full day of painting. I haven't done one of those in a while, to do like new sketches for the shop, to draw like literally anything that comes to mind, to like doodle, like kind of like create that flow of new things coming, because I haven't done that in so long. And that actually helps with me trying to get shop exclusive kits and things, which I haven't done in a while because I haven't had time, or I haven't like scheduled it into the planner. There's always something I have to do, and then it becomes that I get distracted and I'm working on something else. And then I think if I like designate a day, or try to designate like evening to, you know, painting and drawing and doing like creative things once a week at least, it should help with adding like an extra day to that. So I think that's my goal for February, to add more days like that. So which is why I think next week, or I guess this week if you're watching, that's what my goal is, to add more like design days. That way I'm like creating, but at the same time I'm taking some time to just like get some paint and add it to a piece of paper, which I haven't done in a really long time. If you have a monthly goal for yourself, by the way, leave that in the comment down below. But I think that is it for this week. I am not exactly sure how long I've been talking, but I feel like this is enough for the voiceover here, because I'm just keep rambling about random stuff. So, you know, because sometimes I don't have a script in front of me. But yeah, so make sure you check the description for any shops that I used or stickers that I used. I think I'll just kind of like do a broad list of shops that I used. If you have a for your shop, also leave that down in the description. I'll go check them out and things. But yeah, that is it for this week. Make sure you stay tuned for $2 Tuesday on Tuesday. Also, there are new releases on Fridays, so stay tuned for those. And the same thing for next week. There's a $2 Tuesday, and next week there's also new releases on Friday. So that is it. Make sure you subscribe for more videos, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, everyone.